Okay, right, so Max and Patch here from LRT, and the other day we did, I say the other day, literally Sunday just gone, we did National Rifle League or NRL Hunter UK. First time we've ever done it.
Orion.
Yeah, at Orion Rifle or Firearms Training up in North Wales. Fantastic. He said what this video is us going through the footage from that competition. We've got every stage apart from one where our Insta360 ran out of battery, unfortunately.
That was the best stage.
That was, well, it was not necessarily the best stage, but it was a stage where some cool things happened, but didn't capture them, so hey, they didn't happen. But
the debrief itself is one thing that we labour on. No matter if it's a training day for us, if we're training clients, on the drive back, we'll actually break it down, debrief what went well, because everyone can high five and be like, oh yeah, I came second, it's fantastic. But actually, when you break it down, there's a lot of mistakes here that we pulled out, just literally spitballing, wasn't it, on the drive back. So to actually have the opportunity to dive into it and use this footage, which we had an Insta360 from Sean at Optics Warehouse. So shout out to Sean and Optics for supporting us as always. But yeah, this just enabled us to get the most out of this training opportunity.
Awesome. But anyway, let's jump in.
We went
Triceratops or
no, it was COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, this one was a bit strange. Good stage, but just wasn't like NRL Hunter like target-wise, targetry.
Yeah, and this one again was 4 positions, 1 target, so moving between. But it was a lot more forgiving. You're moving in a line, and the positions again to get into weren't actually that bad. So
okay,
let's go. Here's a crow's foot.
Stand on that one there, and you've got your left bark and right bark down there.
Okay,
that's the first position there.
Happy days. Scar and then shoot.
2.
Cool. Scar and then. A little top tip: don't take an arc off a sheep that can move. Right, so you see, come to your front. You got a track. You got metal road. Track. Yep. Metal road heading off. Yep. Right, come to the right hand edge of metal track. You've got a bunker.
Right hand, yep.
Right hand edge of metal track. You got a bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is pretty much right of arc.
Okay.
Literally one finger past that is right of arc, and then left of arc. See the sheep on the hill to the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your left of arc. Luckily they were laid down.
Yeah. So how long were you kind of on glass? All right, so a little bit longer there, probably about 45 seconds.
So just 2.
Yeah.
And not the other one.
2.
Okay, yeah, I've got it. Right, so come.
She was a very helpful RO, wasn't she?
Right, so come to track.
Yeah, see, mate, I'm on it, I'm lays it now. I've got it at about 210.
Yeah, Roger.
Okay, about 0.7. Let's go, field position. First position just there, that's fine.
Yeah, so as long as you're within an arm's reach of the flag, then that's fine.
I've got 2.5, mate.
2.5, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Right, let's go. 0.6. Right, spot up.
I'm favouring right edge.
Yeah, Roger that, favour right edge. As we did all day.
Also, like that target, like understanding like your grouping capacity, like it was a 12-inch target at like 200 meters. So in a 1 MOA target would be a 2-inch target. So fucking hell, it was like 10 times. So there was so much scope. I initially, when I jumped down, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hold up top of the target and fire. And I was like, no, don't be an idiot, don't be a hero. Like, just check your dope and just do it properly. Because I was like, it's massive and it's only like 200 meters.
Go down, tripod rear, or tripod.
Yeah, be a tripod rear, innit? Tripod. Yeah. Use this leg as we need.
Oh yeah, so this position was just set up in a tripod, just shot off straight off the tripod, didn't I, in like a kneeling position.
Yeah.
Next position.
So as you'll see in the video, I'm moving parallel to Max just behind him. Like, it's only 200 meters away. We understood that the target was very forgiving, so I wasn't really spotting. I was just there as a tripod rear because you can't really see it from the video, but it's like a little slope you're sat on. So like Max had to be in the tripod, sort of sitting, kneeling, and I was just being there as that sort of tripod rear. If he needed, he could call upon it, and then I was straight in there, just sort of speed it up. I don't think we can see much.
No, yeah, this pushes round. So obviously, I think, well, 2 more positions left, and then switch to you.
Next position.
You can see I'm clipped into that tripod. I'm literally grabbed my rifle, and the tripod's just coming with it. So if you had 2 separate things, like a bag and a tack table and that, you'd have to start juggling all your kit. Yeah.
I think if you've definitely got time, like you want to clip in, you can build that better position than just like resting on the bag for sure.
Yeah, moving to get rifle.
So then here I've left the spotting scope just behind Max because my rifle's still packed up, just to allow me that sort of extra time to set up my rifle, get it out.
Yes, please, mate. Matt's favouring right edge. Holding about 0.7. All right, you happy if I load?
Yep.
Oh, so you went on top of that. I went to the left where I could get prone, but you went on the back. Still fine, but...
See the absolute crack of dawn.
Yeah. Just as soon as you're...
what a freeze frame.
Because as soon as you're elevated, in my head I was like, right, get over there with the tripod in case he needs that rear support. That was like, as soon as a position was elevated, it was like, run over there with the tripod. And then, well, at least that's what I tried to do.
Okay, yeah, on glass. Impact, dead centre.
Next position.
Yep, just behind.
All right, here we go.
This is fantastic.
Let's watch it and then...
This one, just doing this one. Yep. Oh, I said, fuck. Sorry, that's what you meant.
So like, basically, obviously, in that position, obviously, I shot off a tripod. This position where I shot off the tripod, then Patch obviously brought over a spotting scope of tripod rear. Obviously, ran over there. I had obviously the spotting scope, but the tripod was obviously over in the last position. So like, Patch was like, give me the spotting scope, and I was like, yeah, sweet, obviously for tripod rear. And then he was like, no, I need to shoot off it, and I was like, shit. So I went to go run off, but then in that time, well, you'll see, Patch just takes off the Night Force and wings it, and then clips into the Lear photo.
It's rugged and reliable.
Yeah.
I pulled the CFS off with a vortex and just threw it to get in target.
Yeah, and then there's me walking around like an idiot until I go, no, you grab that other tripod.
Next position.
I think you would have been fine, but it was fortunate that it was a big target, 200 metres. Don't get me wrong, that Lear photo is good, is a great tripod, but the other tripod we have was so much better for shooting off.
Hey, try to this one.
The reason I like the Lear photo, the inverted one that I use, is straight without like taking it apart or anything. You straight away, boom, stand that up. That's my high kneeling. So then you don't have to faff around with like the 3 legs. That's why I always use that.
Yeah, then there's me. Whenever you were in a position to get your tripod rear, I'd sort of be there. I'd like play around with the legs and stuff. So as you're trying to pull in, if I see any of them coming off the ground, I'll just grabbing them to try and extend them for you. Whether that helped, I don't know.
No, for sure. I think just for like working in pairs in these pairs competitions, as your number 2, when you're number 1 shooting or whoever's shooting, as number 2, you've just got to be attentive. So like you've just got to like be to their every need. Their mind's on building position and shooting. If you can sort out their tripod or if you can aid in that position, I think it definitely helps. And I think like a bit of advice for anyone wanting to shoot in pairs, just it sounds silly, but if you're doing nothing, you need to be doing something. So find something to do to help them shoot. Yeah,
that was literally like my 2 things. I'm always thinking about like we were driving back from this comp, and I was like in my head, I was like, right, 2 things I want to really work on is looking for work and being a good bloke, and that those are like 2 things that obviously that we've always been told for our professional careers, and it's literally that. It's like, right, if I'm stood there, like, okay, I could be spotting, could be watching his shots, right? How's his position looking? Right, he's faffing around, right? Can I go grab a bag for him? Can I do this? Can we do that? And we had that in that first one. It actually doesn't show it. Or it might have been later on where I tried to build a position, and then you're like, And then you just grab your whole bag and you like fucking build off that. And I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then we managed to hit the target.
1 minute left.
1 minute, plenty of time.
Weather was unbelievable, wasn't it?
I can't believe it, mate. Look how beautiful it was.
I know.
It's probably the best North Wales ever looked. Boom. Right, that was it.
That was it, stage 3.
Biggest takeaway from that one?
Not get a spot and scope off you on a tripod when I want to shoot off it. Biggest takeaway from that one is it's probably just communication. Like, we had loads of time left on that one. So like 45 seconds we had left on the clock. So it's maybe taken, granted that target was very forgiving. If it wasn't such a forgiving target, let's say if it was like even half of that, like 6-inch target, it would probably be a lot more difficult. But just taking our time in it's those final things, like hastily build a position, that's fine, but just take your time in that final trigger pull. That's probably what I'll take away from it.
Yeah, and for me, just a bit of tripod management, gear management, making sure we're using the right things. Cool. Was the next one Triceratops? Or?
No, it was deer. We went back up the top after this, and it was a deer one. Deer on the move. Yeah. So this was 1 position, 4 targets. Slightly elevated position, shooting down. It wasn't enough to sort of play into those sort of games, but it was close. It was fairly close. But the way you were on the hill, sort of shooting down, your position was a bit funky, wasn't it? It was like quite hard to get it off the bat.
It was just like a high prone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so are you both ready? We
I believe so.
Okay, your time starts now. Let's go.
Take.
Read this one, mate. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy, mate. I can see where that is, so I can set up.
Well, yeah, so we managed to PID, like when he was talking about like the art, or he was like, oh yeah, they're down there basically, and he was like, it's 4 deer, shoot them left to right, and then literally was looking down, I was like, I'm pretty sure I can see those deer from here. So already we went into it with a good idea of where they were.
Yeah, nice, mate.
Okay, fine. How long did that take then? So take 6 seconds off that, so 29 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, mate, I've got marker 1, 2, 3, 4 deer in a row.
Yeah.
First deer to the right side of the marker, alright?
Yeah.
Happy days. 285. 285, mate. I concur, 285. 285, 1.4. Oh, that is a little bit low.
So yeah, straight off the bat, like you're prone on your bipods, like not extended, was far too low, and you were like shooting into a mound just in front of us. So it was, as much as it doesn't look that awkward here, the position wise, like building position here was actually quite difficult,
Yeah,
which is probably why
down the
Chris
slope.
made us shoot from here.
So it's like downward slope, and then there's loads of like knolls in front of you. Yeah. So even if you get the height, you then somehow didn't have the clearance.
Okay, it's pretty much, well. Right, let's go. Yeah, no, 285. Okay, 1.1.
Straight up, mate.
Is that 285?
Yeah. Impact. Next target.
Yeah. What's the distance?
Same distance, mate.
Yeah.
So there for myself, obviously we're 3 stages in now, maybe a bit fatigued, buzzing off the last ones, whatever. I'll set my tripod up, and where I usually set my tripod up is sort of the tension on the left, just round the front. So it's just slip round when I've been moving, and then there, just a couple of seconds, I'm on the optic, just trying to feel round, finding it. So that's just an LI for me before a stage. Because you're in a holding area before a stage, you got plenty of time. Just make sure, yeah, my tripod is actually set up, because that's my primary job at the start of a stage, is to be a spotter. So I just need to make sure I'm more slick with that.
Yeah.
Impact. Next target, same distance.
Just slightly in front of it to the right.
Yeah. Impact. Nice, good impact, mate. Right, next one's a bit closer. Hold there. Let me just range.
Not seen.
Okay, track right.
Yeah.
Right, so, okay.
Yeah, okay, got it, yep. Confirm contact.
Right, 285, same distance, mate. Same distance. Yeah, spot her up. Impact. Nice.
Yeah.
So just one thing, if you are not happy with a range, just don't be scared to tell like number one to hold. To me, it looked like it was a lot closer. The way it was coming, it was like they were trailing to the right, but slightly closer. And I just didn't want to give Max false dope to then see you off. So that's why I just told him to hold there. He was just holding on target. I confirmed, and then sort of it turns out it was actually the same distance. It was just my silly eyes.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Clear. Yep.
All right. Happy for me to load?
Huh? Yeah, happy for me to load, all right.
I fully extended my bipod, but my bipod isn't as long as yours.
Yeah.
And I think you adjust it in a second, but I think that didn't you say that maybe you felt like you went too high?
Yeah, you'll see that deer 1 and 2. It takes me. I hit them on the second shots, and it's because of my position. Like I'm slightly too high. I'm not really on my bag. It's very rush. Because I seen you fully extend. I was like, oh, I've got fully extend. Not realising that I'm not running a tier 1 tack. I'm running double pull sky pod. So then I'm a lot higher, and it sees me off in a minute, as you'll see.
Sweet.
So I should come down a lot more here.
Ever so slightly right, however, I imagine you can probably go pretty much straight up. They're not far either, and they're quite big, so...
What's up, mate? Let me just confirm 285, yeah?
285 for all of it, mate. I had 1.1. Oh, you got different calibre. Yeah, I'm on glass. I had to go a little bit higher on triple port. I double bagged it, and that was enough. Yeah, that's right.
Big shout out to the MDT video on about NRL, because they said, I remember literally it was like the day before we went up, they were like, we always take multiple bags, and obviously at the time I was just taking a single rear bag, and then I was like, oh, I think I'm going to take another bag just in case, and then Patrick was took another bag, so we had 4 bags basically, and times like this, obviously we only need 2 bags, but it became actually, fucking hell, that was so much easier.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have had to try and make 1 bag, or Patrick would have to dragged his out, or I don't know, but having multiple bags was definitely a big game changer.
That's what I'm going for, mate. Okay, check parallax as well. Got 3 minutes left.
Right, 5
bags of time.
Yeah, so as you can see how I'm sort of in a slightly over elevated prone, and it wasn't the most sturdy.
On glass. Okay, that was in front of it on the left hand side. Okay, come half target right. Impact, okay, fine.
So we kind of get a little bit lucky there, but I moved behind him, so that's another thing I need to think about is like every single time try and spot from behind. There's a few times in these videos where I set up and I go, oh, this is good enough, but I should always be fighting to set up behind him, because you can be a metre off to the right or left or whatever and you won't see trace, whereas if you're directly behind, that's when you're most likely to see someone's trace, and it means that your corrections are as accurate as they can be because you're looking at the same line. If you're off to the side, you get a bit of parallax, and then what can be, I don't know, 0.4 left might actually be only 0.1 left, you know, and that's obviously where the spotting scope comes into its own. Obviously we're running a Tremor 4 in that, but in effect we just have a ruler in our spotting scope, and we have a ruler in the optic, so I can give him very fine adjustments, and we see that in some of the other videos, whereas if you're just glassing on binos, you'd be like, have to work in target sizes, come half target right, whatever, so sometimes it can be a bit awkward.
Okay, fine, remember that correction.
Right, moving right to the next one.
Yeah, on glass.
Spot on glass, yeah?
Yeah, on glass, I'm just right behind you now so I can see you. Okay, just over the top left item, so come 0.4 down, 0.3 right, impact, centre.
There you go.
Yeah, spot on, to be fair. I'm running a spotting scope behind.
Next one just below that little sand pit. Okay, just in front of the net. Okay, come 0.4 right, fire again. Oh, just to the right, just behind its arse. Okay, I'm on the final deer, on glass.
Yeah, so here I should have There, I should have probably taken the time and gone, oh, my position's not working, change something.
Yeah. You had another bag in front of you as well.
Yeah, I know. I was just fighting to make it work, and it didn't work.
Impact neck.
That last
Oh, 1
impact
minute
was sweet
straight
as well.
left.
It's a shame we don't have a trigger cam on the spotting scope.
Yeah.
Because that, like, you hit it on the neck and the whole thing just went like, wow. And it was like a really satisfying impact. Awesome. Right. So yeah, biggest takeaway on that one then.
Don't fight
force
a
it.
position. Don't fight. Like if you take a shot, like I knew from that first shot, I was not happy. Even before I took the shot, I subtly knew. I think, oh, I might be too high here. So I was trying to fiddle with it. I should have just taken that 10 seconds there and gone, right, let's drop it down. Let's build a position properly. Because I was fighting it throughout the whole stage, and I crowed it. I got like 3 points out of a 8-point stage, which really cost us. Like, if I had hit that stage and sort of taken the time, we could have got first place. But it is what it is. It's a learning point, isn't it?